ho ho, it's me, Father Chilmus, and this year for Christmas I'm giving you a Vatsim video, flying from Melbourne to Sydney in the Citation CJ4. It's been a while since we've flown in the Citation CJ4, about a year, roughly since the sim launched. I wasn't really happy with how it was, but Sim Update 4 has just launched and it feels pretty good, so we're going to give it another flight. If you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more flight content, and be sure to hit the bell for notifications of live streams and additional videos. Let's call up Melbourne for clearance. Melbourne Tower, good morning, Zulu Juliet Charlie, request IFR to Sydney.
Zulu Juliet Charlie, Melbourne Tower, g'day, you cleared the new South flight plan route, runway 16, Dosel 2 departure, kilometer Z 5000, squawk 6054, approaches 132.20.
Zulu Juliet Charlie cleared to Sydney via Dosel plan route, runway 16, Dosel 2 departure, climb via SID 5000, squawk 6054, departure frequency 132.2, we're parked Southern GA, Zulu Juliet Charlie.
Zulu Juliet Charlie.
Melbourne Tower, Zulu Juliet Charlie, request startup.
Zulu Juliet Charlie, startup approved.
Startup approved, Zulu Juliet Charlie. Alright, let's get this thing going. And number one. Melbourne Tower, Zulu Juliet Charlie, request taxi, we can take Echo.
Zulu Juliet Charlie, apologies, taxi Whiskey Alpha, cross runway 27, Bravo 100 point, runway 16.
Taxi Whiskey Alpha, cross 27, holding point Bravo, runway 16, Zulu Juliet Charlie. We have been given an extremely long taxi, despite the fact that we can take off from Echo. I advised as much. It is what it is. Let's get this thing going.
Dosel flight plan, Dosel 2, departure 5000, squawk 3706, departure frequency 132.2.
Was that a speed bump there? What the f? Melbourne Tower, Zulu Juliet Charlie, approaching holding point Bravo, runway 16, will be ready upon reaching.
Zulu Juliet Charlie, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
16 clear for takeoff, Zulu Juliet Charlie. Right, let's get these lights all on. Now let's see if muscle memory kicks in and I remember how to fly this thing. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Melbourne Center, good day, Zulu Juliet Charlie, 5000 departing Melbourne.
Zulu Juliet Charlie, g'day, identified, cancel SID, fly heading 270.
Cancel SID, fly 270, Zulu Juliet Charlie.
And Zulu Juliet Charlie, climb to flight level 450.
450, Zulu Juliet Charlie.
Kilo Juliet Golf, sir, I've just had an aircraft that's reduced speed massively ahead of you, so turn right, heading 270, cancel approach clearance. Zulu Juliet Charlie, resume our navigation, turn right, track direct to Dosel.
Our navigation, turn right, direct Dosel, Zulu Juliet Charlie. There is an aircraft misbehaving somewhere. Oh, it actually appears that Melbourne is using runway 09er for arrivals currently, which makes things a little bit... Oh wow, we actually can't see. They're using 09er for arrivals, making things very different. I don't think I've seen them use 09 more than a couple of times. It's actually nuts.
All stations, centers now closing, see ya.
And that is the reason why I don't really fly on Vatsim too much these days. I have been flying the Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 career mode, been releasing videos on every mission there. If you want to check it out, I'll be sure to put a playlist down in the description. Might not be Vatsim, but it's still flying content and such, and I live stream that on Thursdays on the channel at around lunchtime Australian Central Time. But yeah, that's a real issue where you're relying on real people who have real lives and everything like that. But we are going to continue on with the flight over to Sydney. The current update is a flight level 330 for 450, though we will have to probably pick up the speed here shortly. We are up here in a low orbit of 45,000 feet now. You can actually see the curvature of the Earth very gently as we look out the window. At the moment we have roughly half an hour until our descent into Sydney. It almost doesn't seem worth coming up this high, but then you remember the fuel efficiencies and everything. Really glad we're not flying over there. Going to be getting ourselves up to cruise speed here as we make our way over to Sydney. And I'll just sit here enjoying this view. Alright, we are 8 nautical miles from final. We'll set our lowest altitude that we can at the moment, 8,000 feet for Bigham on the Rivet 4 arrival. Press VNAV. There it is. I lost it there for a moment. The CJ4 does not have automatic throttle, so we will have to manage our speed manually as we come in, though the views out here have been very, very nice as we've been coming in. I've just checked the weather data for Sydney. Sydney information, winds 07014 knots, visibility greater than 10 kilometers, broken 2,500. So we're going to be coming in for a very rare 07 landing. We'll be coming in via ILS, even though the clouds themselves won't be an issue. I don't trust myself to come in really any other way at the moment. So we're going to make this flight here as easy for ourselves as we can, just because it has been a while. We're below 10,000 feet now. I want to get down to 3,000. And we are just about to plow through this beautiful snowy cloud layer. It looks like cotton wool, so nice. You can see the localizer coming in now for runway 07, and we need to get down to 185 by ANCARB. We have 2 minutes to get down that slow. That's going to be a non-issue. Flaps 1. We're making a traffic call here very, very shortly to everyone on the ground, but Sydney is right there. There's our runway. Runway is in sight. Turn on approach mode. We are slightly overspeeding the flaps. Let's get that down again. Sydney traffic, Zulu Juliet Charlie, 10 mile final, runway 07, Sydney traffic. We've captured the glide path. We could possibly take it in manually. I was saying in one of my career videos that I do need to practice that more. However, honestly, it's been a bit of a drag this flight, so I just want to get it down on the ground as easily as possible. Hope you guys don't mind. Continue.
Autopilot.
Disconnect the autopilot. My controls.
Minimums.
Continue. decent. Very happy with that. The only thing that I'm not happy with is the centerline control. But I would, until I see the landing replay, I rate that landing, I don't know, I'd rate it pretty highly. Especially considering some of my landings in the career mode recently. And again, if you want to see that sort of stuff there will be a link down in the description where I've been flying around the career mode in a Cessna 172. Check it out, it's been a lot of fun. Landing lights off, strobe off, taxi lights on. TA mode, TA. That lag is incredible. Sydney traffic, Zulu Juliet Charlie, clear of runway 07, taxiing domestic 5 via Golf, final call, Sydney. Yeah, so Sim Update 4 has actually done a lot for performance, and even in virtual reality, it's been pretty great. However, in areas where there are lots of details, even on my system, which is a 7950 X3D 64GB of RAM and an RTX 4080, I know it's not the top of the line now, but it's still pretty good. But yeah, I'm slide showing right now. I think my FPS might actually be like 15 right now. And we'll park here outside the ExecuJet hangars. If you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe for more flight sim content. Unfortunately, I don't know when the next Vatsim video will be because the example shows itself as to why I don't really fly on it too much these days. Don't forget to check out the links for all the content down in the description. Please do take care of yourselves. There is only one of you, and I will see you again in another video. Until then, take care. Ciao.